Welcome to all the students. An outline of English literature, Chapter 7, English Poetry from 1660 AD up to 1798 AD. So today we will discuss about some great poets and poetic creations of 18th century English literature. So all these students, we should have got a knowledge 18th century was the century of reason and logic. So there were too many coffee houses in London. Drinking coffee and having discussion about different contemporary subject matter was the fashion of that time. The great writers, they used to gather at the coffee houses. They used to discuss about different subject matter and they used to compose the poem using heroic couplet. While talking about 18th century English poetry, we can categorize 18th century English poetry into three different divisions. Number 1, neoclassical poetry. Number 2, the graveyard or churchyard school of poetry. Number 3, the pre-romantic poetry. So what is the meaning of neoclassical poetry? Number 1, neo means new, classical means old. The mixture, the combination of new ideas and old ideas. The combination of new ideas and old ideas, basically tradition and individual talent. The mixture of tradition as well as individual talent. Such type of poetry is called neoclassical poetry. The great poets of the time, they were impressed, they were fascinated by Greek and Roman literature of that time. So they imitated the Greek and Roman literature and they composed the poem using heroic couplet. So John Dryden and Alexander Pope, they are the great poet of 18th century English literature. They are the neoclassical poets of 18th century English literature. John Dryden is popular for his poem Absalom and Achitophel. In the same way, Alexander Pope is popular for his poem Rape of the Lock. So in the exam, there will be question, write a short note question, either John Dryden or Alexander Pope. Sometimes there will be Rape of the Lock as well. Rape of the Lock, it is a satire poem, mock epic poem. It is also known as mock epic poem. So let's discuss about another type of poetry that appeared during the 18th century English literature. The second type of poetry is known as the graveyard or the churchyard school of poetry. So some of the writers, they didn't like bright rooms in the town. Rather, they went to graveyard, they went to the churchyard and they kept on composing the poem about death and darkness. So Thomas Gray is also known as the father of the graveyard school of poetry or churchyard school of poetry. His popular poem, The Elegy, written in the country churchyard, is very famous. Later on, some other writers also followed the style of Thomas Gray. One of the poets is John Blair, Robert Blair. One of the poets is Robert Blair. So now let's discuss about the third type of poetry that appeared in 18th century English literature, the pre-romantic poetry. Some of the poets, neither they like the bright towns nor they like the graveyard and churchyard. Rather, they went on the lap of nature and they composed the poem describing different natural phenomena. They composed a poem describing different natural and supernatural elements. They are known as pre-romantic poet, and their creation is known as the pre-romantic poetry. One of the great pre-romantic poets is William Blake. William Blake has composed 2 volumes of his poetry, The Song of Experience, The Song of Innocence. Basically, The Song of Innocence and The Song of Experience. There is a very popular poem, The Tiger, from Songs of Experience. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Similarly, some other poets are also known as pre-romantic poets, like William Cowper. Thank you. This way we have to get ideas about 18th century English literature. Thank you.